خلق بخفتند ولی عاشقان، جمله شب قصه کنن با خدا. مولانا.
The Venerated Master Rumi, vegetarian, poetic lover of the divine. Continue watching to find out more.
Salam means hello in Dari. I am Hamid. With friendship and admiration, the sincere Afghan people wish you everlasting warmth and upliftment in the comfort of the divine. Welcome to the Venerated Master Rumi, vegetarian, poetic lover of the divine. A venerated enlightened master, humanist, poet, and theologian, Mawlānā Jalāl-ad-Dīn Muhammad Balkhi Rūmī, known simply as Mawlana in Persian and around the world as Rumi, embodies universal love and understanding that is unfettered by the bounds of tradition. He was and continues to be revered by people of all paths and all faiths because his words and life teach us love, peace, harmony, and unity with God. Rumi's visions, words, and life teach us how to reach inner peace and happiness to achieve true global peace and harmony. Mawlānā Jalāl-ad-Dīn Muhammad Balkhi Rūmī was born on September 30, 1207 in Balkh, in the Persian province of Khorasan, which is present-day Afghanistan. Mawlana means our master. He and his family of theologians settled close to Konya, which is now in Turkey. Master Rumi's early spiritual education was under the tutelage of his father, Bahauddin, a professor of religious sciences. When the great scholar Sufi Burhaneddin al-Tirmithi arrived in Konya, Rumi studied under him for 9 years. His training was based on the foundations of Sufism, divine love, worship, and consciousness of God, with humility, austerity and abstinence, piety and tolerance. Rumi learned that to serve others is to serve God. At the age of 37, Master Rumi met Shamsuddin of Tabriz, an enlightened Sufi mystic and Master Dervish who significantly influenced Rumi's view and path in life. Shamsuddin became Rumi's master, and they formed a deep spiritual friendship. Shams introduced Rumi to music, poetry, and dance as a mystical way of connecting with the divine. With Shams's guidance, Rumi was able to awaken his deeper metaphysical nature. Master Rumi soon started his insightfully marvelous work, the Masnavi, or Mathnawi, consisting of 26,000 verses of divine poetry. Collected into 6 large volumes, the verses express Rumi's burning love and mysticism through the form of linked stories. Some regard the Masnavi as the greatest spiritual masterpiece ever written. Its contents include the full spectrum of life on earth, every kind of human activity, religious, cultural, political, domestic, and specific details of the natural world, history, and geography. Master Rumi believed passionately in the use of music, poetry, and dancing as a path for reaching God. He believed music could help devotees to focus their whole being on the divine, and to do this so intensely that the soul was resurrected. It was from these inspirational experiences that the practice of Whirling Dervishes developed. Rumi described whirling as escaping one's existence, continuously tasting the everlasting existence in the absolute non-existence. Let's take a few moments to read more of Master Rumi's poetry. We will be right back here on Supreme Master Television. Welcome back to the Venerated Master Rumi, vegetarian, poetic lover of the divine. The order of the Mawlavi and the Whirling Dervishes were founded by Master Rumi's followers. Supreme Master Ching Hai has spoken about the Whirling Dervishes on several occasions, such as during a 2008 lecture in France.
You know the dervishes? The dervish is one of the Muslim tradition, yeah? The dervish, they dance, a lot, They have the hat and then they have a jacket and then the robe very long, they're white, and then when they dance like this, the dervish. Rumi is one of the dervish master.
The music and dance are designed to induce a meditative state by focusing on the love of God. In the Mawlavi tradition, Sama represents a mystical journey of a spiritual ascent, further away from the mind and toward perfect love. Perfect love is attained by turning towards the truth, abandoning the ego, and finally arriving to a spiritual maturity which allows a person to love and be of service to the whole of creation without discrimination against beliefs, races, classes and nations. Master Rumi taught that Muslims, Christians, Jews and Zoroastrians should be viewed with the same eye. Sufism or Tasawwuf is an Islamic movement that utilizes prayer, asceticism, music and dance to achieve a deeper understanding of God. A Sufi practitioner seeks to be free from vices and weaknesses in order to acquire the knowledge of God by living according to His will. A devotee on the path should purify his or her heart from all other attachments, resist all desires, and always be ready to receive divine blessings and inspiration. The devotee can thus begin to live on a spiritual level. A Sufi's way of life is to love and be of service to people, abandoning the ego and all illusion that one can reach maturity and perfection and finally reach Allah. By revolving in harmony with all things in nature, the Samazan testifies to the existence and majesty of the Creator, confirming the words of the Holy Quran. The Sama ritual unites three fundamental components of human nature: the mind, the heart, and the body. The Whirling Dervishes turn timelessly and effortlessly. One foot is firmly planted on the ground, and the other rhythmically rises and falls with the silent repetition of Allah's name. In the symbolism of the Sama ritual, the Samazan's hat, called a sekke, represents the ego's tombstone, and the white skirt, the ego's shroud. A black cloak is removed to reveal the truth, and the dervish is spiritually reborn. Commencing the Sama with arms crossed, the Samazan resembles the number 1, symbolizing God's unity. The arms open as the dervish begins to whirl. God's eternal mercy flows to the upturned right hand, passing through the heart, and traveling to the earth through the downturned left hand. To witness the Sama is to receive God's gift of love, as the Samazan embraces all of humanity, spinning centrally from right to left on the axis of the heart. Finalized with greetings of peace by the Samazans, the whirling usually ends with the recitation of the Holy Quran. When his beloved and respected master, Shams of Tabriz, passed away, Master Rumi continued to compose his works and started to live in seclusion and abstinence, practicing asceticism. He manifested his gratitude and love for Shams through music and dancing. He also wrote a collection of lyrical poems called Divan Shams Tabrizi to honor and bid farewell to his beloved friend and guide into the world of the sacred. In the last few years of Master Rumi's sojourn on earth, he compiled his 6-volume epic work, Masnavi, as well as the Persian prose work called Fihi Ma Fihi, meaning it is what it is. These timeless works continue to provide precious wisdom and guidance to readers worldwide. Compiled together, Master Rumi's works depict the development of the soul's journey through the heavens toward Allah. Master Rumi's poetry expresses the secret of existence. God is absolute love, and we must become that same love in order to recognize God, to know God, and to get closer to God. The human being has been created with love in order to love. Master Rumi says, all loves are a bridge to divine love, yet those who have not had a taste of it do not know. Master Rumi emphasizes that individuals who long for God must be able to commit to prayer, follow a benevolent discipline, and be open to what is beyond all concepts to allow the soul to travel deeper. Master Rumi found that as we become one with God, the inner wisdom, the knowing without knowing, extends boundlessly in all directions, and by following God's will, this vast wisdom should ultimately be used to uplift the world. It is said that on the night of December 17, 1273, when Mawlānā Jalāl-ad-Dīn Muhammad Balkhi left the body, people from diverse faiths came to bid their respected teacher farewell at the Green Dome in Konya, Turkey. And ever since, that night became the night of union. Succeeded by his son, Sultan Walad, this order of Mawlavi Sufi has since extended widely in Asia and Africa and continues to carry out Master Rumi's words today through its numerous centers around the world. In 1950, thanks to the insightful choice of the Turkish government, the Whirling Dervishes began performing annually in Konya on December 17, the anniversary of the Night of Union. With deep gratitude for his compassionate, uplifting teachings, we conclude today's program with a beautiful reminder from Master Rumi. You are not a drop in the ocean, you are the entire ocean in a drop. Noble viewers, it's been a pleasure to have you with us today. Coming up next is Shining World Compassion Award recipient, Good Heart Animal Sanctuaries, right after Noteworthy News, here on Supreme Master Television. May the heavenly stars bless you and your loved ones with wonderment and joy.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule and suprememastertv.com/ls.